I'm Banks.
I am Josh.
Odd Places.
Going viral.
Yeah, we're still
Mr.
going
Banks, have you ever been in a toxic environment?
viral. Yes, I've been in situations where I didn't want to be. Relationships.
Okay. How'd you handle it? What do you do when you're in a toxic environment? How do you?
Yeah, I'm a runner. I'm a runner.
Runner?
I
Okay.
I would just I'd shut down and run. Um, yeah, away.
But that's
Not
good.
too simple.
That's actually not a bad thing. That's a good thing.
I think as I've grown older, I've realized, let me address this toxic situation, find out if it's me or if it's the other person, or if it's not me at all. Let's say it's something else beyond me. I can control that by getting out of it or leaving. My mom used to always discipline me, and the way she did it, her big line was, she'd always move me out of the situation. So if I was in a situation misbehaving, she would move me out of it. And I think maybe that's where I got my running away from.
But at least you're not sitting in it, right? At least you're not sitting there wallowing in the toxicity.
I have been in situations where relationships where it's like, how do I get out of this? And I'm gonna swallow, pack it down, stay in it until I realize I can't do that. That's unsustainable.
Interesting. Well, this is coming from, I was working with a client and we were talking about corporate America and how toxic corporate America is, but her thing is emotional intelligence. So we're talking, we're like, maybe it's not the toxicity of the work environment, maybe it's the toxicity of our inner environment. And it's clever because we came up with a really cool analogy. It's kind of like, imagine all the employees in a pool. They're all in the same pool and everyone's got their own PP section because everyone brings toxicity of their own to the environment, which then toxifies the environment. And now we have a toxic environment. So it still always comes back to us and to people.
Yes. I feel that most of the toxicity is in here.
Yeah.
And if someone out there is throwing if that person is throwing a lot of toxicity, that is his or her issue. It is not your issue.
Well, unless you're in the same pool. Unless you're in the same pool, because if that person pee-pees in their part of the pool, eventually you're going to be, if you're still in there tasting it, drinking the water, so to speak, you're going to get some.
I just understand now what you mean by pee-pee. I thought it was like PPP. I thought it was like.
Oh no! I mean like
urination. Urination.
Yes, the lemonade that you don't want to drink.
Yeah. Got it. Okay, you're right. Yeah, we have to work with people. We have to get along with others.
Right. So somehow we have to stop drinking the water for one, and maybe stop adding to it and stop consuming it. Maybe that's a solution.
What if you just do your job and that's it? You come, you do your job, and you move on. If you don't do your job, you don't have the job anymore. I mean, keep it simple as possible.
That sounds so simple, but on the way to work, you got into a car accident or you had a fight with your spouse and you're bringing that emotion and that toxicity. We're humans. How do you not do that? How do you not bring that to work? This is the challenge.
Communication and clarity, the 2 C's. CC, not PP.
Okay. Communication and clarity.
Yeah, get clear, communicate. And make sure everyone's clear on, hey, I just had a situation today. This is where I am, and this is what I want from you all. This is what I want from you, Josh. Let's not talk about this. Let's move on to something. Get clear. Get just totally clear. And you know what? If you could leave me alone and give me all the work to do by myself today, boom.
I like it, but now you're talking about the V word. You know the V word, right?
Victory.
No.
The V word. I don't know what you're talking. I don't know what it is.
Vulnerability. Now you're asking someone to be vulnerable and be open about what they're going through, and that's a lot of folks have trouble with that, opening up and because you could be really hurt when you come into work and say, look, I just had a fight with my spouse, not having a good day, leave me alone, let me do my work. Like now that's not easy to do either. See, this is challenging stuff. It's fascinating.
You're right. It's not. It's V. It's not VV. It's just one
VV,
V.
what's VV? A W?
PP,
I don't know.
PPCC.
Oh,
Yeah,
VV.
yeah.
Oh, I've got more V's. I've got victim. How's that for a V? So
All right. Yeah,
uh
yeah. All right, all right. Then how do you get to the point in the workplace to be vulnerable? No gossip. There's no gossip allowed. There you go. Take out the gossip. When I tell you I had a fight with my spouse and I want to be left alone, we take it for what it is. He had a fight with his spouse. Okay.
how about this then? Why don't we just get rid of all the humanity from corporate America? Because that's what you're
Oh,
talking. You're just saying, let's just stop being human. Let's just stop being people.
No. Oh, okay.
You want robots. You want robots.
How much gossip do you spew out?
None. I personally, but that's just my own personal thing.
Okay. I catch myself when gossip starts coming out. I catch myself and go, wait a minute, I don't want to be that person. All right, you got it. So there's two people right now who don't delve in the gossip. Okay, people do delve in the gossip. That's just what they do. That's what they like to do. I totally get it. You and I are human. We have humanity in us. In fact, I think
A little bit.
I don't know if we have more humanity because we do not gossip. I mean, granted, these things there are civilizations that do not gossip.
Really? You sure?
I don't know.
Can you name one? Just one.
Maybe the Aborigines. I have, in Australia. I don't know. The point I'm trying to say is that we have clarity and communication. Period.
What if?
Okay.
What if the?
Go ahead.
Okay, I would say, what if the human condition? What if the human condition is just a toxic one? What if that's just part of the human condition is a little bit of what's not good for us, a little bit of toxicity?
Okay, got it. One of my affirmations I have in the morning is to refrain, create the possibility, and decide to refrain from having toxic people and thoughts in and around my life. Okay, that's just one of my things that I say to myself 6 days a week to
How does
get
that
me
work?
through the day.
Does it always work 100% or mostly work or kind of work?
I'm in the 7.821 category. I mean, sometimes toxicity comes into my life.
Okay.
Rarely does it. And I'm giving toxicity the benefit of the doubt to say that it's 7.825, 23.
No, 821. That's fine. Your numbers keep moving on me, man. Like, pretty soon I'm gonna start to think you're making this shit up, but that's all right.
Okay. It's up there. It does work. It does work for me. Here's the thing. Most of the toxicity that is out there, boy, I'm gonna sound like an asshole here. It's other people's. It's not mine. It's not my toxicity.
You're right. You do sound like an asshole. That's funny.
Yeah. That I was thinking about that.
And here's the funniest part. Everyone else thinks the exact same way. And that's why we have toxicity fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
Is it someone else's problem?
That's yours. That's your toxicity. It's yours,
everyone's peeing in the pool and they think it's someone else doing it. Hey, Mr. Mellow Yellow, what are you doing over there?
Oh, nothing. They used to put in the pool some sort of chemical that it would turn purple around you if you peed. So,
do they still do that? That would be something.
I'm sure they do. So, the lifeguard, maybe it's ultraviolet because the lifeguard's got sunglasses on, so he'll be able to see it. I don't know. I mean, here you go. And this is a cliche. What you project is what comes at you. If you're not projecting toxicity, I don't think it's out there. It stays away from you. Gossip,
Yeah.
gossip's out there. It'll stay away from you if you don't gossip. Or here it is. Or if you halt somebody from gossiping with you. Wait a minute, you don't know that. You're making that up. No, that's a story. So I mean, I even go to the point of, you want to gossip with me?
So now you're
No,
talking
I
about
don't.
diaperizing them. You want to put a diaper on them. Like, oh, if you're gonna start pissing everywhere, I'm gonna contain this. We're gonna trap it right here.
Well, you know, in a pool, those diapers get really heavy after when you try to get out. You know, you're
The
carrying all
pool's
that
a
water.
metaphor. The pool's a metaphor.
Mhm.
Come on.
Mm-hmm.
We just gotta stop all
yeah.
the peeping.
PPCCVV vulnerability, T toxicity too.
That's right.
I'm Banks.
I'm Josh.
I'm Places. Go ahead.
That's called mirroring. Viral.
Viral. There we go. It is mirroring.